There's a quick change that I made in order to make the functionality work. Ideally, we were checking that if the view model dot following array has our database user, and I feel like the structures was kind of like making an issue for us in order for comparison. So what I've done now is that I will just quickly walk you through it. We no longer need the on change modifier because we are not using the is following property anyways. So what we can do is that I created a new array which would be just a string array that stores the following user ID. Basically, the people our signed in user is following, their user IDs will be stored in this array. We just copy this out, paste it here. You would see that it's being updated here inside our fetch user following data. So this is there. I don't think so. We no longer need this check user if follows functionality, so we can remove that. And what happens is that let's just quickly try going back. It says it has errors, okay, and there also it has errors. That is fine. Let's go inside our general user profile view. Here no longer we need this functionality, and inside our button what we have done is that instead of checking for the following array, we are now checking for following user ID array, and that contains our database user ID or not. So this is what we are checking for. So let's just try running the app and see if the whole functionality is working or not. And if it does so, we can safely remove our published property is following as well, because that is also not being used anymore. So let's just quickly check. So I was just going through that functionality right now only. So hopefully I think I am following these two people. It asked me to unfollow. Okay. So what I can do is that let's go inside our followers and check, and it's same here. It asked me to unfollow. Let's go back here. Let's go to explore and check here as well, and it's same. It says that I can unfollow. So if I unfollow from here, it then asks me if I want to follow again. Let's go back. Let's select here, and let's just check if it's updated everywhere else, and seems like yes it has. Let's follow from here. So now it asks me to unfollow, and you could see in our following list the person is there, and if I go inside the explore page also, the person exists. So I think the functionality is finally working. So I think the issue was that we were directly comparing the structures, and somehow the hash value was being different in different cases when accessed from different views. So now what we have done is that we are directly checking the user ID, which remains a source of truth for us because that does not change for any particular user. So hence that issue is also fixed. What we can do now is that we can safely go inside and remove this is following property. We no longer need that. Also, I don't think so we are using this is following anywhere. So let's just check this out. We can remove these print statements. This is not needed. This is following is also not needed. Now what we can do is that we can quickly go inside our handle follow and see what all function calls are we making. So we are calling um, we can remove this from here, and where else it is, let's remove it from here as well. It says fetch user following data. This is there, and we are calling it directly to update the following and the followings array, and then we're using our fetch user following as well to show up in the connections page. So I feel like what we could do here is that either we keep either one of the functions, but then the issue with this function here is that even if it fails, you would never get to know about it because it's try await. So this function will just cancel itself. And the thing is that that way we would never get to know if we got an error or something. So we need the fetch user following. So let's just go back and keep this functionality here, because inside our user profile view, I think we are making that API call to fetch user following and followers data. So that seems fine for now. So here we have our home feed ready, and we need to just make these post views dynamic so that we can use their posts like matching the width of the screen and everything. And okay, this is there, our following functionality is working, so the app looks fine for now. And yep, so I hope to see in the next video we would make some UI changes inside the settings view as well, because right now it looks really bad. And then we can move forward in the course and make some more adjustment wherever we need that, or we could just move along with the cleanup process. I think we need to do a bit of cleanup in our code base to make things a bit simpler. So that is what we are going to take up in the coming videos. So yeah, again, if you have any doubts, you could just leave them down in the comments. I would be very happy to help you. Thank you.